There's no cookie cutter formula to figure in this out. But I think what it is, it's you have to be able to lean into the things that drive you, that you're passionate about. This is why we always hear the freaking thing of you've got to know your why. Like, you know why that's frustrating? Because it's really hard to
Hilarious.
figure out. But you know why it's hard to figure out your why? Because you have to be really brutally honest with yourself. And when you're brutally honest with yourself, you're kind of like burning the boats and you're all in. And it's a lot of times when you really dig deep and peel back the layers of what your true why is, you usually discover a few things. One, you're not focused on your why. Two, your why isn't deep enough and you need to go deeper. And then three, if you discover your why and you can actually say it out loud to yourself, then it gets very difficult to not go for it. And going for it means letting go of fear, taking action, not being afraid to try new things, like all those things, right? And so it's one of those things where you have to, if you want to do it, you've got to be deep, but you also got to be ready that, hey, once you figure that out, like it's all up to you. Like
Mhm.
you are in control of taking those steps. And so what I shared in the podcast episode was I think so many times when we get into these moments of, like a lot of people, they work in corporate America. They work a 9 to 5. They feel unfulfilled. They're not really sure why. Maybe it's because they're not in a role that excites them in their current job.
Right, right.
Maybe it's they're in the wrong industry, the wrong company. And it's always this thought of making changes or finding a new job or changing industries. It sounds so daunting because it's like, I need that turning the car around, going backwards, picking out a new car, finding a new destination, figuring out how to get there. It all sounds daunting because it's that thought process of reinventing yourself.
Right.
And so all I tried to do in the episode was share that I don't feel like I reinvented myself last year. I say I realigned myself. I didn't make any major shifts. I did. And technically, when you really look at the evolution of my self-employment, there's quite a few shifts in it. But I just realigned myself. And what ended up happening was I just started having fun again. Creating content was fun, started becoming fun again. The relationships I was making started becoming fun again. Here's the thing. People, if you're also supposed to know who your audience is. I got to be really honest with you. I'm not really sure because I have all of a sudden there's all these new people in my world. And so I'm getting to know my audience again. And here's the thing that I have decided. I don't think this process of alignment ever changes. I think we're always going to
Good
be
point. Yeah.
aligning ourselves. And so,
Yeah.
for example, okay, today I'm helping people. I have a live video boot camp. I help people create live videos and do more with live videos and be strategic with those live videos. I have no idea if that's what I'm going to be doing a year from now. I really don't. And so what I used to do, I always felt like I had to have everything figured out. Like the steps I take today, I need to know how that's going to affect 20 steps down the path. And I'm done with that. Like last year, that's what I said. I said, screw it. I said, screw it. I just got to have fun day to day. I don't know what's going to happen next week. I just know that I have to be taking action now or I'm going to still be sitting here lost. And so
Love it.
I just started taking action. And next thing you know, it's funny because my partner, he always says action creates action.
Mhm.
And I always say action creates courage, but they go together. So, but it's true. Action creates action because when you take more action, next thing things start happening.